Yo, what is good? My anime faithful, what is good? I am actually pretty surprised that this spider show is as entertaining as it is. Um, I will say that I don't think a lot of people, um, myself included, is gonna care for the CGI throughout of it all. Um, but nonetheless, it's not the worst thing. But it is kind of it's kind of an eyesore in my opinion. Like CGI is one of my worst nightmares, and I think the only true saving grace of it being like this and it being just, overall capable of hopefully the story getting better. But for some reason, this show feels so much like reincarnated as a slime. It's actually baffling to see the overall resemblance of what is going on. Like, for instance, the first thing she, as the spider, wants is appraisal, which, if you know, in slime, that's like the biggest and best thing he has throughout the whole entire anime, which she then goes and spends all of her skill points on because, she just knows it's really powerful. um, the other part is just hoping that she can find any and everything that's, rare and stuff like that. Because in reincarnated as a slime, the first thing he freaking finds in the cave is like the most rarest crystals, which, if you pay attention to enough of the scenes, it actually shows you multiple crystals that look like the ones that Rimuru winds up taking into his body, and he can make like weapons with it and whatnot. So, if there's anything you could take from this show or like its first episode, is you need to like watch and pay attention to all the small details, because I feel like they have already like shown us quite a bit of what we could expect. Uh, and the other part of this is they show us this like human party that, surprise enough, it's like a bunch of reincarnated people. So to be fair, I really was not expecting them to give us a full blown people understanding or people knowing or like acknowledging in general that this is real, like this is actually happening and type of stuff. Like people actually die, come back, and the humans within this world that they're dying and coming back in actually know what's happening. So that's the main interesting part to me about this is them knowing about it definitely brings an interesting like play to the game in my opinion. So we're definitely gonna have to see what this means at the end of the day, because to be honest, with one of them being a guy and reincarnating as a girl, and one of them being just a person and reincarnating as a lizard, it makes a really weird situational thing where you're like, okay, if this is the case, why is it that um, these lizard women made it out here? Like, how did they get to the humans so quick? And we got Spider Girl over here, fighting for her life. Literally, has to eat her own kind and get something called like taboo or something like that. And after that, we're stuck watching her pretty much try to figure out what the heck she can actually do in the grand scheme of her abilities. Why does she have? She's trying to figure out why the heck she has something that seems useless, like appraisal now, because of just how much time she's already, or how much skill points she's already invested in it, and it hasn't got her much. She, excuse me, she literally learned about a wall. She learned about a rock. She learned about a wolf, boar, deer, all the things inside of the dungeon that she saw with red eyes. She learned what those were. Um, but yeah, outside of that, it's just been a pretty rough time for her. So overall, I definitely am interested though in this show. This would probably be the most CGI-esque show that I ever watched. That seemingly is just for uh, it's looking like it's just meant to be a CGI show, right? Like it's not hiding it in any way, shape, or form, which I kind of like in the regards of me just watching it. It's being honest, and so if it is gonna be honest, I'm gonna be honest too, and just tell you that I really enjoy this character, the way she handles situations, the way she's taking on all this stuff right now, and that's mainly what I'm looking forward to seeing at the end of the day. It's just how she ends up handling this and overall putting herself in better situations, or what will she have to eat to get stronger, because literally every single thing she goes against or she's trying to go against is giving her resistance and all this stuff. So it is the most reincarnated as a slime show you'll ever get, just with a spider. So with that being said, everybody, I hope you have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later. So with that being said, take care and peace. No. Give me a life. Ah. Hey.